Think about the people who are close to you now. I can tell you something really interesting about them that would really make your ears prick right up. I can tell you something that would make your eyes water at the thought of it. I could tell you something so extraordinary you would never be able to keep it to yourself. I'm not going to, of course, but perhaps there have been times when you have heard something like this from one of your friends. If someone told you something, would you know for sure that it was true, or could it be false? Would it still be the right thing to do to talk about it, even if it is true? Can you tell something which is true from something which is fake or false? How do you know? Is everything you were told true? From adults? From your best friend? How easy is it to tell truth from fake? Is it the way someone looks? If this person tried to sell your family a home they'd never seen, and they said, "It's ready to move straight into," a little light decoration and it could be perfect for you. Here's the key. Enjoy, and maybe, just maybe, this is the reality. Or maybe this is the reality. How about a car? It's ready to go straight out cruising. It'll get straight through its tests and straight onto the road. Drives perfectly. Never misses a beat. Is this the reality? You're at a car boot sale. You're selling an old video game. You're offered £20. It's a deal. Thanks very much indeed. But which of these banknotes would you accept? You see, one of them is a real £20 note, but the other is fake. It's false. Counterfeit. It's stealing. It's just not true. This £10 note, totally wrong. Also counterfeit. You see, it's not so easy to tell what is true and what is false, what is fake. We can't always believe newspapers, that which we read online, websites. It's also probably not a good idea to always believe what you've been told just because you were told it by a nice person or someone who looks nice. We need to be a little more careful with the truth than that. A little bit of checking goes a long, long way. Especially if we go and tell that message to another person. Is it fair to that person? They believe that message just because it came from you. And you are such a nice person. Wow, you really do have to be careful, don't you? That responsibility. Not only can you break down trust in someone else, but by telling stories that may or may not be true, or are true but perhaps they have a content that you really shouldn't talk about and go on about because that person's entitled to a bit of discretion, a bit of room. Then we break down other people's trust in us. Have a listen to this short story. My name is Gossip.
My name is Gossip. I have no respect for justice. I hurt without killing. I break hearts and ruin lives. I am cunning and malicious, and I gather strength with age. The more I am quoted, the more I am believed. My name is Gossip. I flourish at every level of society, My victims are helpless. They cannot protect themselves against me because I have no name and no face. To track me down is impossible. The harder you try, the more elusive I become. My name is Gossip. I am nobody's friend. Once I tarnish a reputation, it is never the same. I can topple governments and ruin friendships. I spoil careers and cause sleepless nights and heartache. I start suspicion and generate grief. I make headlines and heartaches and headaches. I make innocent people cry into their pillows at night. I make lives a misery. Even my name hisses. My name is Gossip. The Sufis believe the following. Before you speak, let your words pass through 3 gates. At the first gate, ask yourself, are my words true? If they are not, do not speak. At the second gate, ask yourself, are my words necessary? If they are not, do not speak. And at the third gate, ask yourself, are my words kind? If they are not, do not speak.
How do you feel about gossiping? Has someone ever gossiped about you? Have you ever said untrue, uncertain, or unkind things about others? How do you feel about that now? Would you do the same thing again, or would you do something different? If you would do something different, take a moment to think what that would be.
There was once a mean-spirited man in a small town who went around slandering the chief. One day, feeling bad about what he had done, he went to the chief to ask for forgiveness. "Take a pillow," said the chief, "cut it up and shake out the feathers." The man did as he was told, and then he returned to the chief, hoping now to be forgiven. "First," said the chief, "go and collect all of the feathers." "But that's impossible," said the man. "They've gone everywhere." "It is as impossible to repair the damage done by your words as it is to recover all the feathers," said the chief.
In the UK, the legal age at which you're allowed to open most social media accounts is 13 years old. Perhaps you know someone who has Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, or some other social media account. Some people, in the safety and luxury of their own home or their own bedroom, get tempted to say things which they wouldn't normally say in front of others. You'll never believe what I heard. I told him exactly what I thought about him. She looks awful. She's completely pathetic. That was last night. They were feeling brave. They didn't care about any consequences. But today, they are back in school. Oh dear, they'll have to face the consequences of what they said now. This might get distinctly awkward. Encourage your friends on social media to think twice what they say and type before they come keyboard warriors. Keyboard warriors. It will only bite them in the end.